Good afternoon, students. Now, in previous my videos, we discussed about the atomic structure, complete lesson. Now, the second unit in our chemistry, periodic classification of elements. So, according to reducing the syllabus of due to the COVID, only the some of the topics only in this lesson, that is modern periodic table and periodic trends like physical properties, atomic radius, electronegativity, ionization enthalpy, electron affinity, oxidation and reduction properties of the elements. So these properties and modern periodic table and nomenclature of the elements, which is the atomic number above 100, will be discussed in this session. Okay, so I think this is already studied in your previous class, that means in 10th class, about the classification of elements of different classifications. Like the first classification, which is made by Antoine Lavoisier. On the basis of his knowledge, the elements are mainly classified into two categories, which is metals and which one? Non-metals. After that, the classification was given by which one? D'Aubigny triad. Those are called as triads. And after that, which one? Newland octaves. That means all these classifications are based on the physical property of the element, like atomic weight. That means the physical and chemical properties of the elements are periodic functions of their atomic weights. That is the periodic law of which one? Either D'Aubigny triads or which one? Mendeleev, and as well as which one? Newland octaves. But in accordance with the modern periodic table, which is studying today, that is a new modern periodic table which is given by Moseley and Niels Bohr. That one is called as a long periodic table. Long periodic table, which was given by Moseley as well as which one? Niels Bohr. So this modern periodic law is based on especially atomic number, or finally it is based on electronic configuration. So what is the modern periodic law and how it explains the periodic table and how this is a classification of the which one? Periodic table based on the electronic configuration, that will be discussed in this session. Okay, so first of all, we discuss about the which one? Modern periodic law. Modern periodic law. It is defined as which one? The physical and chemical properties of the elements. The physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic functions of the atomic number. Which one? Their atomic number. Or accurately, if we said the periodic function of electronic configuration. That means the physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic number. This is the which one? Modern periodic law. But accurately, if we say, then it is considered instead of atomic number, electronic configuration. So on the basis of electronic configuration, how the elements are classified. That means the total periodic table classifies into four categories, depending upon the blocks: S block, P block, D block, F block, and what are the elements consisting and what are the properties and what are the general configuration of those elements, that will be discussed here now. Okay, so periodic law means on which property basis the total entire periodic table is explained. That is called as a periodic law. So previous, that means which one, Daubernet triads or Mendeleev's or Newland octaves or Anton Lavoisier, completely based on their property of atomic weight. But here in modern periodic law, we based on the property of either atomic number or accurately considered as a visual electronic configuration. On the basis of electronic configuration, we classify the elements. What we have, near about 180 elements. Those elements are classified on the basis of which one, the electronic configuration into their usual modern periodic table. Okay. Now, so according to this modern periodic law, how the electronic configurations are written for the elements which have more than atomic number 100, for because of it is followed by an IUPAC nomenclature. What is the IUPAC nomenclature will be discussed now. Okay. What is the nomenclature of elements above 100 atomic number. So here we have to follow the IUPAC nomenclature, International Union of Pure Applied Chemistry. So for this one, we have a particular table. Number IUPAC and symbol. For which one? 0, it is named as a nil and represented with the letter which one? N. Okay. And which one? For 1, it as a which one? UN. UN means unique. That is the which one? U. First 2, it is represented as a which one? Di, and it is represented with which one? U. For 3, it is represented with one? Tri. For 4, quad. Q, A, D, represented with one? Q. 5, penta. P. 6, hexa. Small h. For 7, it is a septa. Yes. For 8, octa. For 9, N, ENN, and representation. This is the IUPAC nomenclature symbol. That means if more than 100 atomic number, that will be represented with which one? IUPAC. Why the situation is arranged here? Means for the name of 104 element, basically known as Rutherfordium. So the Americans wants to name that one as Rutherfordium, whereas the Union Soviet Russia wants to name it as Kirchovium. They fight out. I want to keep the name as a Rutherfordium. I want to keep the name as a Kirchovium. So both the nations are fight out. I want to place the name for that element 104 as a Kirchovium, and Americans want to be as a Rutherfordium. So at that time the IUPAC settled as a which one? No, don't fight like that. Don't fight like that. So give the name as per the IUPAC which one given instructed. On the basis of that only we keep the name. After the completion of discovery of all the properties of that element, who more effort will be given, and that will be taken as or considered as that fellow scientist name as a which one for that element. So 104 is considered as a which one protopodium later. Right. So before that, how these IUPAC symbols as well as IUPAC nomenclature is useful to write the nomenclature of the elements. For example, if you want to write atomic number 117, atomic number 117, how can you write this? Means here 117 means 1 is represented with the letter which one? UN, and another one is which one? UN, as well as which one? 7 is represented with which one? Septa. Septa. And for every element last add IUM. Which one? IUM. So that is the IUPAC nomenclature. So in 117, 1 is represented with which one? UN as per IUPAC. For this one is UN, and 7 for which one? Sept. And for every element after that one, add which one? IUM. So the name of the element is UN Sept IUM. Sept IUM. Symbol is U which one? S. Okay. So that is the symbol of the element. For example, if you want to write a 109, how to write it one? 1 is the which one? 109. So 109 means the 1 is represented with which one? UN. 0 represented with which one? As per IUC, nil. And which one? For 9, ENN. Okay. And finally, write which one? IUM. So what is the name of the element? UN, nil, ENN, IUM. And the symbol is which one? UNE. That is the symbol of that particular element 109. Are you clear? So that is the representation to write the which one? IUPAC nomenclature of the element which is the atomic number is above 100 for any element. So you must remember these: 0 for which one? Nil, 1 for UN, and 2 for di, 3 for tri, 4 for quad, 5th for pent, 6th for hexa, 7th for sept, 8th for oct, 9th for n. So that will be considered as represented as which one? IUPAC nomenclature for the elements. So these are the examples for any element more than which one? 100. Okay. So if you want to write 101, another example I want to write here. So 101 means which one? 101 means which one? 101. 101 means 1 is un, 0 means nil, U1 means un, and which one? IUM. That means UN, nil, UN, IUM is the name of that element, IUPAC nomenclature, and this one is a which one? UN, symbol as a which one? UNU is the symbol for which one? 101 element. Clear? So that is the representation of the which one? 100 more than atomic number of elements. Okay? Now, classification of elements on the basis of which one? Modern periodic law. According to modern periodic law, so what is the modern periodic law? The physical and chemical properties of the elements are based on which one? The physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic number or electronic configuration. So according to their electronic configurations, the total periodic table is arranged as a columns and vertical columns and horizontal rows. Which one? Vertical columns. And horizontal rows. These vertical columns are considered as which one? Groups or family, and the horizontal rows are called as which one? Periods. Okay, I think you have already learned about the columns and which one? Rows in your 10th class. The columns are considered as which one? Groups, and the rows is considered as which one? Periods, according to Mendeleev periodic table. Okay, so on the basis of that one only here highly classified here. So according to modern periodic table, we have near about 18 groups. 18 groups, and how many periods? 7 periods. These 18 groups are older names, that means ancient names represented by Roman letters, like as which one? 1A, 2A, and which one? So then after 3B2, 8, 1B, 2B, then after which one? 3A, 2, 7A, and finally 0. And finally 0. Okay, so how many groups we have? 18 groups. These are the older representation: 1A, 2A, 3A, 3B, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, like that. But as per the new atomic with new periodic table, we represent it as a 1 to 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on up to 18 groups we have. And 7 periods. 7 periods means first period, second period, third period, fourth and fifth, and so on. That means the first period consisting of 2 elements, the second period consisting of 8, and third also 8, fourth and fifth consisting of 18 elements each, sixth one consisting of 32 elements, and seventh one is incomplete periods. Okay, now how these are classified? How can we recognize the elements and which kind of elements those are called as? That will be discussed now. Okay, now so the vertical columns is called as which one? Groups, and horizontal rows are called as which one? Periods. So that's why the periodic table is basically like this. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So totally how many groups are there? 18 groups. This one is 1A, 2A, this one is 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B, 7B, and these three are 8B and 1B, 2B, 3rd A, and observe clearly 4th A, 5th A, 6th A, 7th A, and 8th A are 0. Okay, are you clear? So that is the representation of the total period table. Okay, here on the base of which one, how many periods? First period, second period, third period, fourth period, fifth period, sixth period, and seventh period. And finally, beneath the period table, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So how many more? So this one is called as which one? S block. This one is called as which one? P block. This one is called as which one? B block. And this one is called as which one? F block. That will discuss about. Okay. So that is the which one? The modern periodic table, which is proposed by Niels Bohr and Moseley. So according to modern periodic table, the periodic table consisting of near about 18 groups and 7 periods. These 18 groups are classified into according to their electronic configuration as a S block, P block, B block, and F block, and consisting of totally how many periods? 7 periods. Out of these periods, once observe the first period consisting of which one? The first period consisting of which one? 2 only. This one is a hydro 1, 2. This one is hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Like this: hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. Okay. So this is the first two elements like that. So once observe here, how many periods? 6 periods. So in these periods, how many elements? 2 elements on the first period, and in second and third period consisting of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means the first period consisting of 2, second and third consisting of 8 elements totally, and fourth and fifth consisting of which one? 18, because 2 plus 10, 12, 12 plus 6, which one? 18. Okay, so as well as sixth one consisting of which one? 32, and seventh one is incomplete. Okay, that is the classification. Now, how these are classified? How these are classified? According to the base of their electronic configurations only. So, according to their configurations, those are classified into which one? S block element, P block elements, B block elements, and F block elements. S block elements, P block elements, B block elements, and F block elements. Why the total periodic table classifies as a block means depends purely upon their electronic configuration. Means the differentiating electron enters into which orbital. which orbital that one belongs to that particular block. If the differentiating electron enters into the s orbital, finally it is called as s block. If the differentiating electron enters into the p orbital, finally it is called as a p block. If the differentiating electron enters into the d orbital, it is finally called as a d block. If it enters into the f orbital, it is considered as a which one? F block element. So that's why the total periodic table mainly classifies into 4 blocks: S block, P block, D block, and F block. And now we study about each of the block. What is S block, what is P block, and what is D, and what is F. S block elements. How it is defined? If the differentiating electron enters into s orbital, those are called S block elements. Once observe carefully, the differentiating electron enters into which orbital? S orbital. Then those are called as which one? S block elements. Means here the first A and second A group elements. First A and second A group elements are 1 and 2. 1 and 2. First A or second A group elements are called as which one? S block elements, because the electronic configuration of these elements are ns1, and this electronic configuration of outermost electronic configuration of these elements are ns2. So the general configuration of general electronic configuration of S block is which one? NS1 to 2. NS1 to 2. That means the first group electronic configuration is NS1, the outermost configuration, and the second group outermost configuration is which one? NS2. This means these elements are first group elements are which one? Once observe that one: hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. These elements are called as which one? First group elements. And once observe their electronic configuration, hydrogen is 1s1, this one is 2s1, 1s2, 2s1, this one is which one? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So that's why 1s1, 2s1, 3s1, 4s1, 5s1, 6s1, 7s1. Once observe these electronic configurations. Which electronic configurations? Outermost electronic configuration. All those are consisting of 1s1, 2s1, 3s1, 4s1, 5s1, 6s1, 7s1. So the differentiating electron finally enters into the s orbital. So it is called as which one? S block element. Similarly, which one? The second A group element also called as which one? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, beryllium, radium. All these are consisting of ns2. For example, beryllium. This one is which one? 1s2, 2s2. Magnesium, neon, 3s2, and calcium, which one? Argon, 4s2. Like that only, the outermost electron configuration is 2s2, 3s2, 4s2, 5s2, 6s2, 7s2. So that's why the electron configuration is like that only. These two group elements are called as which one? S block elements. And this 1A group element are also called as alkali metals. Alkali metals. 1A group elements are also called as which one? Alkali metals. Whereas the 2A group elements are called as which one? Alkali earth metals. Alkali metals and alkali earth metals. Why these are called as, named as alkali? That means it is a familiar word. Here alkali earth metals means these metals are rarely occurring. Which one? Earth crust. And why should we call it as which one? The term alkali. Alkali means the bases which are soluble in water. Which one? Alkali. The bases which are soluble in water. The bases which are soluble in water, those are termed as which one? Alkali. That means while these oxides, which oxides? Either first year group element oxides except hydrogen, first year group element oxides or second year group element oxides when dissolved in water. For example, magnesium oxide is there. When it dissolved in water gives a which one? MgOH. That means here the magnesium hydroxide is dissolved in water. So that's why it is called as which one? Alkali, and it is in basic nature. So that's why the bases which are soluble in water are termed as which one? Alkali. So that's why these group element oxides are easily soluble in water and forms of which one? Bases. So that's why those are called as alkali metals and alkali earth metals. Okay, clear? So that is the word of which one? Definition of which one? Alkali. So alkali, first group elements are called as alkali group elements, second group elements are called as alkali earth metals. Now, what about the p block elements? Once I recollect the s block means the differentiating electron enters into the which one? S orbital, and the general electronic configuration of s block is which one? ns122. Okay. P block elements. P block elements means similar as definition. If the differentiating electron enters into which one? P orbital. If the differentiate electron enters into P orbital, called which one? P block elements. Differentiating electron enters into which one? P orbital. Those are termed as which one? P block elements. So this P block is extreme right to the periodic table. So these are from which one? 13 to 18, or from 3rd A to 8th A. That means here the last group is called as which one? This one is also called as a zero group. These are called as which one? Inert gases. So totally how many groups are there in P block? 6 groups are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this 8th group, that means 18th or 8th A, called noble gases or rare gases or zero group elements. All these are the names of which one? 18th group elements. Noble gases means which one? Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. So how many are there? Totally 6 elements are there which are in gaseous state. All these elements are called as which one? Noble gases or rare gases or zero group elements, because all these elements have outer configuration is except helium, the remaining are NS2 NP6. NS2 NP6. That is the noble gas configuration, general configuration. That means the total orbitals which are present in the outermost will be totally fulfilled. The s orbital as well as the p orbital will be fulfilled. So that's why it attains stability. So that's why these are called as chemically inactive group or chemically inactive gases. Those are called as noble gases or rare gases. That one general configuration of NS2 NP6. Okay, which are there except helium. This one is called as a duplet. Which one? Because it's consisting of only one S2. Okay. So that's why the 18th group is called as a rare group or inert group or noble group gases. Okay. Next, before that one, that means 7th one, 17th, or that one is called as 7th A. Those are called as halogens. Those are called as which one? Halogens. That means fluorine, bromine, iodine. Because these elements are occurs in seawater. So that's why those are called as which one? Halogens. and these electronic configurations is ns2 np5, ns2 np5, because the outermost electron consisting of which one? 5 electrons only. That means total is 7. In p it consisting of 5 electrons. And which one? After that one is oxygen. This one is 6th group or 6th group. Those are called as which one? Chalcogens. These are called as chalcogens. Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, like this. That means this general configuration is ns2 np4. And finally, while we are going to this one to move towards from neon to, that means inert gases to or noble gases to this group, what happened? It will be reduces ns2 np4, ns2 np3, ns2 np2, ns2 np1. So, and then 7th group, that means the 5th group elements are called as a which one? 15th group or 5th group. 5th group elements are called as nicogens or nitrogen family. Nitrogen, phosphorus type. Okay, and before that one which one? 4th A, carbon family. 14th group, 4th A, that one is called as a carbon family. And 13th group, that one is called 3rd A, boron family. So finally, the p block elements consisting of how many groups? 6 groups consist. Am I right? 6 groups are consisting. Am I right? That means the p block, the p orbital can accommodate up to 6 electrons only. So that's why that block consisting of which one? 6 groups only, and those group electron configurations are for which one? ns2 np6. So that's why the general electronic configuration of which one? P block elements is ns2 np1 to 6. ns2 np1 to 6. Clear?